It is called Fighting for Taxpayers, Battles Fought and Battles Ahead. CTF President Troy Lanigan is here after successfully writing about the battles we fought and what we have still ahead. Congratulations on the book. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So what is the biggest tax battle we as Canadian taxpayers have been involved in?
Oh, I think there's overwhelming momentum for government to grow all the time. There's 8,500 lobbyists in Ottawa, for example, not including hundreds more in the provincial capital, and most of them want something from government. So we're a counterbalance to that in some ways. We're the guys that get in front of that big truck and say, stop, think about who's paying for all of this. The people that get benefits from government have a lot of incentive to be organized and well-financed, but for the rest of taxpayers who pay a couple bucks for any government program, their voices aren't often heard. So that's who we are as an organization, is trying to say, hey, let's look at who pays for all of this.
The book looks at the highs and the lows of those battles, and is it very much that, is that the case? You know, up on one situation, down on the other? Is it tiring after a while?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like whack-a-mole. I mean,
Right.
there's always government wanting to tax, government wanting to spend more money. And, you know, we fight those battles one at a time across the country. Probably the longest term battle, and I think this is symbolic of what we do as an organization. Oftentimes it's not in the interest of opposition parties to blow the whistle on government expenditures when they themselves are in the same trough, so to speak. MP pensions, MLA pensions across the country. Before our group came along, taxpayers didn't know what politicians were paying themselves in pensions, so we calculated that, we called for reform. And we had some success in the provinces because they're easier battles to fight often, but at the federal level, 20 years of calculating these benefits before we finally saw a unanimous vote in the House of Commons in 2013 that reformed that pension in a meaningful way and brought it into expectation with what taxpayers might expect.
Looking down the road, what do you think the next big battle is going to be?
Oh, it's debt. It's still debt. Do you know if you take the federal government, all provincial governments and agencies, we spend $169 million a day on interest on all of that debt. That's more than we spend on all K through post-secondary education. That's a huge bill. We have to balance our budgets because not only are those debts, but also as the population ages and more people are consuming government services, health care, benefits for seniors, and we're having fewer babies. There's going to be a lot of pressure on taxpayers going forward. Get those budgets balanced, reform those programs, and look and think long-term, not just in four-year election cycles.
Troy Lanigan, Fighting for Taxpayers, Battles Fought and Battles Ahead. You're on a whirlwind cross-Canada book tour. All the best. Where can people catch up with you?
Well, the book is available at bookstores across the country, and taxpayer.com is our URL, and the book's also available there.
Very good.
Can't really think of a better analogy than whack-a-mole.
That's right.
That sums it up nicely. Yeah.
Thanks, Troy.